Week 16 pickups.
Bum.
YouTube Oz going. The Goat House is back. We are back. Picking every Week 16 NFL game. We're here every Tuesday night. Some Christmas pick'ems next week. Well, it's not on Christmas, but basically excited. It's that time of the year. Playoff implications. Playoffs are on the line. Check out the leaderboard below us for us up here and for that subscribers league. Some dominant pickers. The winner of the week was Mark Piptone. He's been on before.
Hey, Mark Piptone. Hey.
There were 3 people that got 15 last week, so it goes off a tiebreaker when you're picking those games. So he came out on top, but good job to those people that got 15. So his picks will be in today's video because he won the week. You join that league, you win the week, boom, you're on. Sponsored by Liquid IV. If you saw our episode last week, we were opening up these packs that they sent us. It is the 17th today, so we open it. We got 31 days of this. We open up the 17th. Code GOAT for a percentage off. You want to do the honors? This is you. This is you.
No, Pete wasn't here last week.
Pete, all right, there you go, Pete. Junior 8.
17.
8, the Liquid IV. Any guesses? What's in there?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Is there a pomegranate?
That was
It's gonna be
Pete's choice every
something
week.
wild.
Something
here.
wild?
It's gonna be like
I'm going golden cherry.
Cotton candy.
no cotton candy's right there.
Yeah, we got the blue and the pink cotton candies. Those are phenomenal, by the way. The blue and I haven't tried the pink one.
Acai berry.
Isn't it
Acai.
a yeah, something like that. I don't know.
You guys were both going to butcher it.
I don't
I have
think-
never tried that
I
one.
don't think it's acai.
I think it's acai.
I think it's just
Acai.
I think it's just acai.
I'm pretty sure it's acai. Let us know in the comments what the hell it is.
Acai berry.
Yeah.
These schnozberries
see
taste
it.
like schnozberries.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
All right.
Let us know in the comments. I don't know how you
Give me
guys-
this sheet.
No, that's last week. That's last week. I have it right
Give
here.
me my notes.
Let's get into those. Well, we got to mention Junior passed Old Yeller. He had a good week.
Let's
Junior had a good
go.
week. There's a battle there. There's a good old battle going on.
I don't know what happened here. It made a second one.
Hey, let's get into those picks. Oh, my God. Thursday night football. I talked about it. Playoff implications, playoffs on the line here. Who is going to make it? Both these teams could make it. It's possible. Broncos versus Chargers on Thursday night football. The Chargers are stinking it up right now. They're having a bunch of meatball games. They're a little sus. It kind of feels like they can't beat good teams. And I wonder about the Broncos. They beat the Bucs, but how are they? They were a little sloppy against the Colts. Colts kind of gave some gifts, and the Broncos had a great ending to that game and figured it out. But it's a true test for both these teams. The Chargers beat them up the last time they played, but that was some time ago. The Chargers are struggling right now.
Give me the Broncos
Ooh,
in a split here, right? Or a divisional split. The Colts blew it last week on my lone dog pick, my lone wolf. Jonathan Taylor dropping the ball.
What an idiot. What an
Just
idiot.
changed the whole game.
Happens all the time.
Changed the whole game.
All right, Yeller is going to go with the Chargers. And the winner of Week 15 is going to go with the Denver Broncos. That's quite crazy sauce, 13. Call him Sauce the rest of the time? Or what do you guys want to call him?
Sauce Gardner.
He's got a donut. He's got a nice little picture with a donut getting crammed in his mouth. Last year, his pick was, I think he was holding a beer.
I remember this guy.
Yeah, you remember.
I
Crazy
remember
sauce.
This guy. Yeah.
So we got 2 for the Broncos, just Yeller for the Chargers. Junior, he had a week last week. What's he going to do?
Oof.
He picked the Bucs. He was the only one to pick the Bucs to beat the
I wanted
Chargers.
to do it. I should have.
And the Bucs shellacked them, man.
I'm taking the Chargers.
He's taking the
Taking
Chargers.
the Chargers. It's the only one I'm a little hesitant about.
Yeah, there's a lot of tough games this week. The Chargers keep letting me down. They keep disappointing. They can't beat good teams. The Broncos they're a little iffy in some of these games as well, though. I mean, they're pulling it off. Bo Nix struggled for most of that game. He turned it on at the end, playing a pretty good defense here. I'm going to take the Chargers at home. If they lose this one, I think I'm done unless they get some freebies. And I got to pick them, But the Broncos defense, where are they at? Where they were playing elite, maybe not elite, but great for most of the year. They're not as good recently. They've had some injuries recently. They were clutch at the end of the game against the Colts. how are they going to be in this game? I know the Chargers' offense isn't playing that great, but I think the Chargers do just enough here to squeak this one. Probably a defensive game, though, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good, nice, good one, folks.
Nice,
All right.
good one.
That was the Dan line. Dan line. If anybody remembers good old Dan. Some people were like, who the hell is Dan?
Oh, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know,
you
we got a good
don't-
old-fashioned split right here
To start it.
to start it. You know that's going to be a good week then. So there you have it. That is a lot on the line. Must win. Figure it out or else. Broncos in Chargers. The Broncos kind of have it figured out, but against the Chargers, do they have it figured out? Oh, Saturday football, folks. We got 2 games on Saturday. Here is the first one, right? 2? Yeah, we got 2. Texans, Chiefs. Texans coming off a win against the Dolphins. The defense played great. The Chiefs just keep on winning ball games. Mahomes, little shaken up after that last one, but it sounds like he's going to be okay. But they also will play on Christmas right away. It's going to feel like after, at least they play on Saturday, not Sunday. But so got to be a little careful with Patrick Mahomes there. This should be a pretty good one. These are AFC playoff teams. Saturday football. It's going to feel like a playoff game. What are you guys thinking?
I'm taking the Chiefs at home here.
He's taking the Chiefs
if,
at home.
Mahomes not playing. I'm taking the
Texans. Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah.
going to assume
In the
Mahomes plays.
Same boat.
He's in the same
In fact,
boat.
the Chiefs are always home in these weird games where it's Saturday or prime time or whatever it is.
Is this technically a primetime game?
Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I don't know.
like
That's a
it
good
is.
question. Well, the whole world sees it, so yeah.
Okay.
National television. Let's see. Yeller has the Chiefs as well. And then Mr. Crazy Sauce has the Texans.
He is crazy. This kid's so
He's
crazy.
eating that crazy sauce.
Well, guess
Eating
what? I'm joining them. The Chiefs are. Mahomes is banged up. Texans pass rush. Gonna get after Patrick Mahomes. I think he'll play. I like that Texans pass rush. I like the playmaking ability this defense has, and then they'll create some turnovers. The offense has to pick it up. I think they're saving something. I'm just gonna go on a limb here, say they're saving something in the back pocket on offense for these big games, for that playoff stretch and the playoffs here. I'm feeling it. I love that pass rush. Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson getting after him. Mahomes been getting hit like crazy. This year, been getting pressured a ton. What did he complete? Like 50% of his passes last week? They're not doing a whole lot offensively. What got them going was a fumbled punt by the Browns last week. I mean, they did outplay the Browns a bit in that game, but you mess around against the Texans at this time of the year, I think they'll get you. So I'm going to pick the Texans pass rush against banged up Mahomes. I think the Texans bang it up in this one. No, I think it's going to be close.
Bang it.
So that counts as a lone wolf, right?
No.
No, I think we count that because it's just, even though he's over there, I think we count that as a lone. Let me just get to it, okay? Can I pop this up? There it is. So last week, let me get rid of our guys. Did
Not
this-
you, the graphics.
Graphics guys got to get rid of. So, Hall of Famer Cameron Sullivan made this all-time lone wolf sheet. So when one of us picks a team by ourselves, what's the record? Look at the history. Last week, Astronaut made a list with our guarantees. So Cam
That
Sullivan
was 2 weeks
matched.
ago.
No, that was last week. It was last week.
week.
It was-
All right, never mind.
So
It was last
I'm
week.
lone wolf here, and yeah, I have the highest win percentage according to this, 51%. I thought it was higher. I did switch some of mine, like the 0-2. What was that, week 7? I think I definitely, one of those was the Patriots Jags, I think. So I actually think I'm a little better than what this shows, but it's accurate according to the video. So yeah, I thought Dan has the most picks all time, most lone wolf picks all time, 93, and he hasn't picked
What a dog.
since 2022, and he has more lone wolf picks than anybody.
Loves those lone wolf picks.
But yeah, Yeller's got a 33% win percentage, Dan 37, Junior 32. You got to pick that up.
I know.
Pete 35, and I got the 51. This year I have 44.44. And
Repeating, of course.
what?
No, this is a decimal joke, you know.
Okay.
repeating.
So I'm taking the Texans lone wolf, even though the guest picker has taken the Texans as well. Out of us, lone wolf pick on the Texans. So we'll see if it pays off for me here. All right, that should be a good one. Another Saturday ball game. The Steelers and the Ravens. Oh man, this should be pretty good.
Getting the Ravens all ready for that playoff. You know they're going to get a playoff game on a Saturday. Getting them all situated for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Ravens here at
Oh,
home.
you had to think about it.
I had to think about it. I mean, Pittsburgh's a good team, great defense.
They beat them.
They beat them the first time. I don't think it happens again. This is I don't know. We talked about a couple weeks ago, like when a team wins the first time, like we never even got those odds. Thanks, astronaut. But I don't know. I just feel like that this is going to be a good split. They're both good teams this year, both going to make some noise. But
Some noise.
I think the Ravens run all over them.
Ooh.
Oh, I like the Ravens too. I think this is your classic split in the division here.
Is T.J. Watt playing?
It's a good question. Yeller's taking the Ravens. Crazy Sauce is taking the Ravens. Let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson cannot beat the Steelers, it seems. Like the Ravens struggle against Mike Tomlin. And it happened last time they played, but the Steelers are banged up. George Pickens, T.J. Watt, will they play? If they do, are they banged up? So I'm going to go Ravens bang it up here. Ravens pull it off. But, man, if they don't win this one, I don't think I'm going to pick Lamar Jackson to beat the Steelers if Mike Tomlin's there ever again, because the trend is the Steelers win these games. So I really considered the Steelers. I was surprised the Ravens are favored by 6. Seems like a bit given that trend. But it's in Baltimore. It's a Saturday football game. We watch a lot of football on Saturday, even between the NFL and the college playoff games there. But we'll go with the Ravens at home. We'll see how healthy the Steelers are. I'm going to guess that they try to get those guys to play, but
They got some guys.
yeah, they got some guys. We got some guys, but we'll take the healthier team here, and the Ravens.
Take the healthier guys.
The healthier guys. There you have it. So that's a guarantee. And we'll just pull that up real quick. Astronaut. Well, let me do one of these. There we go. Didn't mess it up that time. The graphics guy didn't mess it up this time. So there's all-time guarantees. He does have to update last week. It was funny because you see our all-time best week, if you combine all in guarantees where we all picked the same team. It was week 15, 79%, and we went 8-0 last week. 8-0 on guarantees last week. So when we all pick a team, they're pretty much guaranteed to win. So the Ravens, this is kind of a 50-50 game. All of us picked the Ravens. A little bold. Steelers always beat them, but
yeah, week 2 and it's not up there anymore.
you can see it.
Yeah, week 2 in 2020.
COVID year didn't count.
13-1.
13-1. We had that many.
We had 11-0 this year.
13-1 though.
Yeah, that's a 14 guarantee. What the hell was that week? What happened that week?
Easy week.
Oh, Giants playing the Falcons. The Falcons are wearing those throwbacks.
Oh, give them to me.
Did you know that Cousins might get benched, though?
Yeah, give them to me.
Yeah, Michael Penix coming out there, balling out. That'd be a good time to do it against the Giants. Get his feet wet, get a little warmed up. The Giants are the worst team in football. They stink.
Look at all these rookie quarterbacks for all their success. Just get them in there.
Except for maybe one of them.
Stop it.
Stop.
Yeah, give me the Falcons and just stop it again.
Just stop it. I saw it today, actually, or the Oregon Insider, who is a Bears fan, sent it to the group. It was all-time worst catchable throw rate. Is that
Is that even how do you do that?
It's balls that aren't catchable, so throws that are not catchable. Off-target percentage. He has the all-time worst in a single season, next to Zach Wilson.
He does kind of like just
whip it.
He just kind of just throws it out there, and it's just like
I don't even know if that's the main issue is he's just kind of just scrambling all over the place. Got to make some plays at some point. We're off topic here. I think it's gonna be a guarantee, and we went 8-0 on guarantees last week, folks. So yeah, the Falcons are gonna beat the Giants.
We're trying to really boost that percentage. We're going for a career year.
We're tied with 2020, 76%. Nah, what am I kidding? We're 100%. Everybody for the Falcons, we're going to monitor that QB situation. Not that I'm going to change my pick or anything, but it's going to be Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix Jr. playing against it. This would be the time. But then, man, would that Kirk Cousins, how bad would that Kirk Cousins contract look if he got benched in year 1?
Bad.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lions
there he is.
and Bears. I mean, the last 3 times, right? The Bears played the Lions, maybe more than that, played the Lions tough, but they lost them. Now the Lions are banged up. They're banged up right now.
I got a quick story for you.
Will the
guys.
Bears bang it up in this one?
Quick story.
All right,
Let's hear
quick
it.
story. Go.
At work yesterday, I was leaving, and
And you banged it up.
one of the security guards, he asked me, he's like, Pigskin Pete, should I take the Bears +7? I was like, no, stay away from that. They're at Minnesota. He's like, they always play the Vikings tough. Remember last time they played the Vikings tough? I'm like, it's in Minnesota. The Bears, they got a lot going on in that locker room. I would not do it, and I did not get an update, but hopefully he did not take the Bears in that.
People should not bet on their own team. I don't know. But Junior's gonna pick them.
Let me tell you something.
They
Oh.
could.
Let me tell you something.
The Lions are banged up.
I got permission from Dan. I talked to Dan to
Did you?
not take the Bears. I got permission from him because I would never do it without his permission,
Oh.
of course. So I spoke to Dan. You can put Dan. Whoa, that was a voice crack.
I'm gonna put
Dan
you
is
down.
taking the
Mariota.
Lions. Dan's taking the Lions.
Oh wow, you talked to Dan?
I talked to Dan.
Okay.
Actually, I texted him while we were recording this just to get his permission, and I am also taking the Lions.
Oh, wow. Junior's all in.
Bears-
He's
the
trying to make
Bears
the
are gonna
comeback.
The
win.
Bears are winning.
They're
this
gonna win the game.
streak is broken. I'm taking.
I
the
mean, they
Lions.
play the Lions close every time, and the Lions are banged up, and
It's
it's,
home.
in
It's in
Chicago. It's going to be
Chicago.
cold. I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take the Lions. They're really hurt. The Bears have thrown in the towel. They stink.
I'm
The Li-
sorry, Dan. I'm taking the Bears. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're doing
I
it?
gotta do it. Yeah,
Oh.
I gotta do it.
Oh my God.
Leave Dan over there, though. I'm so sorry.
He was thinking about like if the Bears win this game, when I
Yeah,
don't, pick, I would kill myself. Whoa, that's something. That's you. Not actually. Not
No,
actually.
we're not
actually.
being serious. No.
All right,
no,
not
no,
actually,
no.
not actually.
Yeah, give me the Lions. Give me my Lions. I'm wearing the Lions blue for the Lions.
Stop
How you
it.
feeling with all those injuries? You think those
Yeah,
injuries
it's
are a
tough.
coincidence, or do you think it has
I
something
think-
to do with their style?
I think it might have to do something with their style.
Well,
I
and
think-
a lot of these guys that got hurt already had a previous injury. It was a different
I
injury,
think
but
it's similar. I mean, everyone talks about the similarities. I think Dan Campbell's he's ridiculous, but Mike Vrabel, if you remember, Mike Vrabel was a hell of a coach. He is a hell of a coach, and Titans were dang good team with Mike Vrabel. But I think that physicality, the practice, like the tough practices that the players complain about, I think they do take a toll on them. But also there's positives and negatives to both. It takes a toll on them, but it gets them more prepared. But yeah, I think it's taking a toll on the Lions here.
My lone dog picks are so high because the Bears.
I mean low.
No, in terms of my overall.
Oh
picks.
yeah. Well, and you're dead last in win percentage
This
because
is
of the
also
Bears.
because of the Bears.
It's your own fault.
It's not my fault.
It's your own fault.
Being a Bears fan is a mental illness. It's a problem.
It's your own damn fault, man.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I didn't choose the Bears. The Bears chose me.
It's your fault.
Are you kidding me?
All right, it's not your fault.
Thank you.
Oh, Browns and
Oh.
Bengals. It's going to be Dorian Thompson-Robinson taking on the Bengals. The Bengals are winning all of a sudden, but they're a little sus, a little sloppy. I'm gonna take them still.
Battle of Ohio.
Battle of Ohio
Battle of
in
Ohio.
Cincinnati. Might be
Give me
cold
the
out there.
Skyline chili
Ooh, Skyline chili.
and the Bengals.
Have you guys ever had Skyline chili?
No.
I heard it gives you diarrhea.
All right, we'll have to have a taste test live.
Of Junior's diarrhea or
Oh no, the Skyline
like
chili.
taste-
Thanks
I
for
mean,
the
you might as well eat it
clarification.
on the toilet. Give me the Bengals.
He's taking the Bengals.
the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Yeller Bengals, even though they suck, is what he
Yeah,
said.
they do. I mean, they're
Oh, and he said,
a little sus.
I didn't notice. He said when he picked the Falcons, they suck too. So I think he thought this one was going to be first and then that one.
Mm.
So even though they suck, and then he picked the Falcons, they suck too. Okay, now we got it.
Sure, he's feeling pretty good about his Vikings right now.
He's feeling good. Crazy sauce. Good old Mark. He's taking the Bengals. Everybody, it's a guarantee. Don't have to watch
Guarantee
it.
it.
Lock it in. That's what's happening.
You're gonna like the way you look.
I wish we could open more Liquid
Guarantee
IV,
it.
but we can't. That's the rules. 18th tomorrow.
Can't do it.
Can't frickin' do it. All right. Ooh,
Oh.
Titans. Pete's got his Titans blue on. He's ready.
No, it's my Lions blue.
Okay.
Colts
You
blue.
taking the Colts?
Yep.
He's taking
The
the Colts.
Titans are an embarrassment.
They're benching Will
Junior-
Levis?
Yeah, Junior said he didn't choose the Bears. The Bears chose him. Well, I chose the Titans. It's all my fault. They
That is your
suck.
fault.
Really
now you're
bad.
choosing the Lions, and now they're getting injured.
The Titans are in football hell for. It's gonna be a while.
It's going to be a while.
I think so. It's really bad.
On the plus side, Pete, you got great milk.
I think they should just. What?
Why'd you say yeah to that?
Did I say
Let the
yeah?
record show he said yeah.
You said
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah?
No, I'm talking to myself here. I said I think they should fire everybody, clean house, just do it all.
All right, I'll take the Colts. Good call, Pete.
Yeah,
Pete has great milkers.
Put it on a
that's what
t-shirt.
you said. I heard something about milkers.
Yeah, I say you got. On the
And
plus
right
side.
away, you were like, yeah.
I don't think I. I don't
Run
know
it back.
if I did.
Run it back. He said that. Challenge on the play. On the plus side, Pete, you got great milk.
I think they should just. Yeah. What?
Why'd you say yeah to that? Junior's taking the Colts.
Yep, we bleed blue over here.
I will take the Colts. Pete once said just a few weeks ago that the Titans cannot stop running quarterbacks, so watch out for Anthony Richardson to run. They stop running backs, but they can't stop running quarterbacks. So AR 15 runs pretty well in this one. And then we have Yeller taking the Colts, and crazy Sauce is getting crazy. He's taking the Titans.
Mason Rudolph and the Titans.
He's taking Rudy and the Titans, so
Like, what do they do? What is their plan? That's what I just don't understand.
they
Well,
want to lose and get a good
Here's-
draft pick.
they're trying to get the first pick.
I should go on a rant here.
Do
I
it.
really should. Like
You and your milkers.
Will Levis is hurt. Like, he's hurt. It's obvious that his shoulder's bothering him. And stupid Callahan's calling run plays, read option, or not even read option. It was a play fake quarterback run on 3rd and 13, and he falls on his shoulder again. And then he throws 3 picks in a row because he's got no velocity on the ball. You could just see it just fluttering. I think it's just awful coaching. I think Levis actually has potential, and I guarantee it. I guarantee when you see him go somewhere else, it's going to be another Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold type situation. It's all about having a competent coach, having people around you. Like, there's Titans fans that think that are just, they want Sam Darnold so badly next year. And you put Sam Darnold on the Titans, he would be awful.
You're back to Sam Darnold.
Guaranteed he'd be terrible. There's people that want Jameis Winston. He just got benched. Like,
No, he's an interception machine.
I just don't understand what everyone just wants to put it on Levis. I don't think it's all his fault. I think there's stuff that he obviously needs to work
It's
on.
your fault. We already determined
Yeah,
this.
it's all my fault. They're just a mess, though. The whole organization's a mess.
That's not good. That isn't good. What if they get T. Higgins, though?
That wouldn't do anything.
All right, there you have
That'd be
it.
awful. That's just not a good.
There you have it.
Not a good signing.
I just can't wait for the Liquid IV game of the week. This is not it. Rams, Jets. The Jets are playing better offense. They're explosive. Even the loss to Seattle, even the loss to the Dolphins, a lot better offense. Devontae Adams looking elite once again. Aaron Rodgers playing a little bit better.
Elite.
But I'm going to take the Rams, though. They're playing good football right now. I know there were not a whole lot of offense in that downpour game, but
You know why Rodgers went off?
how come?
Because I benched him in fantasy.
Why would you
Pete,
start
tell
him
us-
anyway?
Tell us about your fantasy, Pete.
Well, it's a 2-quarterback league.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Right.
Stafford,
Right.
which I started because he was hot, but then he
So hot.
didn't do anything against the Niners.
Not so hot.
And I have Bo Nix and Aaron Rodgers. I was like, I'm going with Bo Nix. Bo Nix had a decent game, but Rodgers just
3
went.
interceptions, though.
Yeah, Rodgers went off in the rain in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, guarantee.
Give me the Rams.
Did you guys see the line on this game?
No.
Oh, I put Dan up there, too. When
I
went
bet
to-
it's
I was a little surprised.
closer than you think.
It's closer than you think.
That's is it like a Rams by 2.5? or
3.
something? Yeah, I thought that was.
You would
figured.
think it would be like 5.5.
I wish it would tell you. Oh, yeah, it's still 3.
I was gonna say that when that guy asks you, should I bet on the Bears plus 6.5 against the Lions? What are you telling him?
Oh, that one a little might be. You
think it'd be close?
No, I don't think
It
so.
might be.
I'll tell him to stay away again.
If Junior would have stayed on the Lions,
Then I would have been
yes,
like, yeah.
yes,
That's a
okay,
good call.
we're on the same
I
page.
would like, take the risk.
We're on the same page there. Any zingers from anybody on that one? No, I'm looking at my notes. No zingers. Ooh, Eagles and Commanders. Oh, this is big for the NFC East. Last time these teams played, it was primetime football. The Commanders looked like they had it the whole game until the fourth quarter shellacking that Saquon Barkley put on. The Eagles won. Since then, the Commanders have been a little and they won a couple games. They just escaped the Saints last week. The Eagles are on a roll. They are number one in the power rankings if you've been watching. Probably the most balanced team in football right now.
Yeah, you got to go with those Eagles.
Got to take the Eagles,
Have to.
okay?
Take the
All
Eagles.
right. They said you got to take them. That's what they said.
They're amazing right now.
They're amazing.
How do you think those Giants fans are feeling?
Great.
I will
Do
take.
you think the Giants fans are in more football hell than the Titans fans?
I seen someone say it'd be a total Giants move where in the last week of the year, the Eagles, I don't know if the Eagles will be resting starters because they might be playing for the 1 seed, but the Eagles rest their starters and the Giants beat them and do not get the first overall pick.
That'd be almost. It'd be second to.
At least
that
they have
Texans
that
game.
going.
I have a Giants take, but people were waiting on our picks here. We should have talked about it when we were on the
Sorry.
Giants, but it's my fault. It was my fault. I'm gonna take the Eagles. The Commanders, they were better earlier in the year than they are now. I think they were lucky that Rattler didn't play the whole game, and that do I think they're better than the Saints still? Yes, of course. Are they better than the Eagles? I don't think so. They were out playing the Eagles for the majority of the game last time, so maybe they get them at home. Maybe we get a good old division split. I just think the Eagles are better on both sides of the ball, so I will trust them. The Commanders are a little iffy to trust right now. What are we going to get from them? We're going to get a four-quarter game from the offense or defense. What are they better at, offense or defense? They're still a little iffy. They're a good team. Still a little, not really sure. I mean, I know they're a good team, but you get what I'm saying. Yeller's taking the Eagles, says he hopes he's wrong. Hope I'm wrong is what he said. So he's rooting against the Eagles here. And
Don't you dare.
Crazy Sauce.
That's why his name is Crazy Sauce.
He's taking the Commanders. That's not that crazy. They had him last time. They're at home. So it's a guarantee for us, but he's lone saucing it.
Commanders beat the awful.
What kind of sauce you
awful
think it is?
Titans and Unk.
Unk
Unk with
on Monday Night Football this week.
Unk with Jake Hayner and Spencer Rattler.
Okay, here's my Giants take. Do you think they should fire Brian Daboll, yes or no?
He's not the problem.
I don't think he's the problem either.
See, that's what I've been saying.
And I think there's this problem I have with the Titans. I just what candidates out there are gonna be like.
Well, that's a good point too. Forget that part.
I know. But
Here's what I'm gonna get at. I've been backing up Daboll and saying like it's a good offensive mind. He's had a bad team. He's had bad quarterbacks. But now I'm looking at it, and the debate against what I'm going to say is they're really bad quarterbacks, no matter who. If it's Daniel Jones is bad, but anybody that's getting thrown in there is a very bad quarterback. But it is so bad. Like these guys, anybody that goes in, they can't even play quarterback. They forget how to play quarterback. They're getting destroyed. And then you got I know it's hard to ask him to be Kevin O'Connell for an example, but you got guys like Kevin O'Connell making bad quarterbacks, like awful quarterbacks, into pretty good ones, and he's taking on Daniel Jones. What's he going to do with him? Will we ever see? I don't know, but I don't know. The quarterbacks are looking their worst possible selves right now on the New York Giants, and it's not like they have zero weapons. It's not like the offensive line is as bad as it was last year. You got Neighbors out there as a weapon. You got two running backs that are very capable of playing. So I don't know. I'm starting to think like maybe it's just time. It's just a disaster. So maybe it's just time to change. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Where's that Liquid IV game of the week?
Oh,
It's not it.
Oh no.
Cardinals, Panthers. The Panthers.
Oh, this is the one right here.
This is the sneaky ass game of the week.
No,
Oh.
no. This is the one where, like, I'm done with the Panthers again. Like,
Yeah.
I brought it up last week. I was like, this is the first time I'm taking them since week 1 against the Saints, and they let me down. And what did they do? They let me down last week. Give me the Cardinals. Panthers stink.
So I was saying everyone was hype, including us, like saying you're getting better. That's because what was the reason we were saying that? They were playing the Chiefs close. They played the Eagles kind of close. They played the Bucks close, but they just lose. They lose games. They got destroyed by the Cowboys. So I don't know. And they kind of look like they're the normal Panthers in that game too. They had nothing going for them. So a little bit too much hype on a bad team there. I know the Cardinals feel like a team that can beat anybody. They can lose to anybody, so they can choke this one in Carolina. Maybe the Panthers play a little bit better than they did last week, but Cardinals, Well, I said it last week, too, where they're going to go back to running the shit out of the football because that's what they do best. They did that. They won big. James Conner went off. That's kind of the bad thing about the Cardinals. They have to be a run-first team. They have to be a heavy run team, but they're pretty damn good at it. And the Carolina Panthers are the worst in football stopping the run, so the run game of the Cardinals wins this ball game, and they got a pretty decent defense as well. And they just extended Budda Baker.
Yeah, taking the Cardinals. The Panthers stink. I told you guys last week.
You picked the Cowboys.
I picked the Cowboys.
You saved us from losing the guarantee.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Everybody is going with the Cardinals. Nobody trusting the Panthers, even though it could be a little sneaky, but nobody trusts the Panthers. If you pick against the Panthers, maybe you'll lose some here and there, but you're going to be a winner for the most part at the end of the day. Unlike the Panthers, they are not a winner until they start winning football games, okay?
Okay.
All right. Ooh, Vikings, Seahawks. Geno Smith came out of the last game, and Sam Howell was god-awful. And, yes, he got thrown into a game where they were getting their ass kicked. Obvious pass situation, so it would be a little different if you were to prepare all week. But sounds like they're pretty optimistic about Geno Smith playing, so that makes it more of a ball game. If it was Sam Howell, I would 100% go with the Vikings. I think this one could be a little sneaky here. The Vikings just had 3 straight home games. Now they got to travel to Seattle on a short week. 12th man. Seattle plays better defense than teams that the Vikings have been playing. I think Cardinals playing pretty well. So this definitely could be a trap game. But I look at this game. I look at some specifics going wrong with Seattle. Their offensive line struggling. When pressure is in Geno Smith, he's struggling. Specifically the blitz. The Vikings do very well against the blitz. The Seahawks are turning the ball over a lot in the red zone. The Vikings are very good at creating turnovers in the red zone, so I will take the matchup. I'll take Minnesota, but I could see Seattle winning this game. If Howell's playing, I definitely don't see them winning this game, but could see it.
I got the Vikings winning this. They're going to blitz, whether it's Geno or Sam Howell, they're going to blitz them out of their mind.
Well, if it's Sam Howell, they're going to blitz like the most anyone's ever blitzed this year.
But if Geno's playing and Geno's banged up, you go at him.
That's true. And they're going to try to run the ball, but I don't know. Vikings are number one stopping the run, even though Swift was running pretty well.
Future Titans quarterback Sam Darnold and the Vikings.
Nice.
Well, okay. Old Yeller is taking the Vikings, and Crazy Sauce is taking the Vikings, and he actually is calling this his snot pounding. That's a little much. I don't know if I agree with that, but snot pounding of the week.
He's just pandering. He knows you're a Vikings fan. He's trying to make you be like, ooh, I love this guy.
Brown nosing it up.
Yeah.
Trying to get in the Hall of Fame.
Trying to get his, yeah, we know what you're up to.
Yeah, he's up to no
It's a
good.
guarantee with the Vikings, though. That's definitely a trap game, though. I can see the Seahawks, if Geno Smith's playing, winning that game. Ooh, Patriots, Bills. The Bills are wearing their red.
Ooh, what are you doing? Ooh,
because the red, the red uniforms.
Well, okay.
I mean, I feel like there's a random Patriots game every year. The Bills kind of choking, or they almost choking.
They don't have Belichick.
This is true. Yeah,
It
we're all
ain't this week.
Bills wearing those sexy reds.
Bills or Bill Belichick?
Bills.
Bill Belichick's wearing that Carolina blue.
He's wearing that Carolina blue. Yep. That's everybody for the Bills. Correct. Yep. There you go. Closer than you think. I'd actually gonna say. I think the spread's.
No, I don't think so.
Spread's 14. I
mean,
I wouldn't bet on it, but I think the Patriots cover that.
14.
It's a lot.
They're going to get the snot pounded out of them, back in them, and then out of them again.
Okay,
Ooh.
so you're taking the Bills minus 14.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the Bills' defense is stinking it up. I know it's not the Lions. They're playing the Patriots, but
They still did it.
they done did it. Oh, and we have your Liquid IV game of the week.
Man.
This is something.
Can't wait for this.
Jags, Raiders. The Jags beat the Titans 2 weeks ago. Sorry, Pete, your fault though. And then they had the Jets last week, and they just let it slip away. They had it, let it slip away. The Raiders are on a good old losing streak. They actually had a shot, even though it was a disaster against the Falcons. No Max Crosby. They still play pretty decent defense, or they can't stop the run, really. But Mac Jones made some big plays. He also made some awful plays. Brian Thomas Jr. looking pretty good. I was thinking, not easily, but I was thinking Jags, and I saw Aiden O'Connell is actually on track to play, which is surprising. He had a knee injury.
I thought he was out for the year.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. But they were, unless they're just messing around and they're saying he's on track to play, or they're optimistic, I don't know. But he could play, and that gives them a way bigger boost than Desmond Ritter, so I can see them winning. But Max Crosby's still out. Jags are playing a little bit better football recently, so I will take the Jags. This is the second toughest one to pick of the week, in my opinion, at least. We didn't get to the toughest one to pick. I'll take the Jags.
Give me those Jags too.
McCorkle's got he talks a lot of shit for a shitty quarterback, but shitty guy. But he made some plays. Brian Thomas Jr. is a beast.
I'll take the Jags as well.
Raiders can't stop the run. They want to lose. They want Shedeur. It's a battle between. I don't know. You're taking the Jags?
Yeah.
Okay. The Giants and the Raiders, I think both are going to battle for Shedeur Sanders, but, I mean, he holds the ball forever, takes a lot of sacks. So is it a guy that you're absolutely dying to have? I don't know. He's got talent, obviously. I'm surprised. I thought this would be a split. Every single person is taking the
playing
Jags.
Better ball. I'll just say,
They
hopefully they. I know our last guy was Fire Doug, or was that 2 weeks ago? Fire Doug Peterson.
That was last week.
That was last week. Hoping they keep Doug Peterson for the Titans' sake, but it doesn't even matter.
No, you're a Lions.
It doesn't even matter because the Titans are not going to be relevant for years. Yeah,
Years to come.
Yeah.
You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
just awful.
I almost said scary sauce. Crazy sauce.
Scary sauce.
Said squeaker of the week.
Ooh.
He knows his goat house
That's the Liquid
lingo.
IV game. Yeah, game
Liquid IV game of the week. Turns out it's not because it's a guarantee. You don't even have to watch it.
Wow.
Not that you should watch it anyways. Oh, this is the toughest game to pick this week. It's a good one, folks. Mike McDaniel taking on where he came from. San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McDaniel. We got ourselves a good one. 49ers versus Dolphins. Must win for both teams to stay alive. I mean, some of these teams could win out and they might not even make the playoffs. So either of these teams, it's possible. So, but you got to win out if you're these teams. That's what it feels like right now. So Niners didn't score a touchdown. They scored 6 points in that Thursday night game. Yes, the weather was bad. The weather should be good in this one in Miami, but they're away. The Dolphins seem to play pretty good at home, but the Dolphins been a little sus recently. Barely escaped the Jets. Got shellacked by the Packers the week before that. What happened this last week? They lost to the Texans. Tua threw 3 picks. Tyreek Hill had the ball in his hands. Derek Stingley took it from him. Just not much going. The defense is playing better, though. Defense is playing better. Both teams injured. The Niners are very injured, but is Armstead going to play for the Dolphins? He's been one of the better tackles in football this year, but if he's out again, that's a problem going against Nick Bosa. So it's a tough one to pick, and you have to kind of watch some of these injuries. Is Trent Williams going to be back? Is Debo's head going to be removed from his ass? Is it going to be in there still? It's going to be out. He's complaining that he's not struggling. They forced him the ball, it felt like. I mean, he was open, and he dropped the ball 3 times. Yes, the weather wasn't great, but he's Debo Samuel. We expect more from him. So Purdy was off last game.
I like the Niners in this.
You jumped right in front of me.
Sorry, you paused.
I paused for a second. I was about to go.
Give me Shanahan over his old OC Mike McDaniel. I just trust the Niners more. I know they're banged up, but what's that face?
I'm getting ready to say what I was going to say.
Oh, okay, go.
Give me the Niners. I'll take the Niners here. A little bit extra of a break since they played last Thursday. I'm guessing Armstead doesn't play for the Dolphins, but I'm not an injury expert. We got to get our injury guy on that. We'll get back to you. But I think the Niners get a pass rush. I like the way their defense played against the Rams. The corners are really tight in coverage. Purdy played bad. He played bad. The weather was a factor, but even when it stopped raining, he was bad. But I know Purdy is good. I know he's good. And Tua played bad last week too, but I think Purdy has a good game in this one. The Dolphins defense is playing a lot better right now. I'm not going to fully buy into that in this one, though. The Niners, like I said, 50-50 game, toughest one to pick. The Dolphins are usually pretty damn good at home. My gut's telling me the Niners with that extra break.
I'll take the Niners as well. I mean, like you said, both teams need this win here. I just can't. I don't know. Something in me can't trust the Dolphins. I don't know why.
All right. Crazy. Sauce. Niners.
Yeller
Niners. Will lone dog it. He will take the
Wow.
Miami Dolphins. He lone dogged the 49ers last week, got let down. So he's going with the Dolphins. That's a damn good pick, the lone dog. Let me tell you, that's a 50-50 game if I ever seen one. Could go either way. The Dolphins it feels like the Dolphins are better when they're at home. My guts tell me the Niners in a coin flip game. I actually flipped a coin. No, I'm kidding. That'd be something. If I was in last place in picks and I had no chance of catching anybody, like nothing to play for, I'd be flipping coins. Actually, I don't know if I would actually do that, but that'd be fun. It'd be fun. Well, okay, that's going to be a good one, folks. Must-win playoffs on the line. Sunday Night Football. Two teams that are hot. They're so hot right now. So hot right now. The Buccaneers are in playoff mode. They're taking over the NFC South, but they have 2 losses to the Falcons head-to-head. So will they hang on to that lead in the NFC South? We'll see if the Falcons switch quarterbacks. Does it change anything? But Cowboys are playing better football right now. They probably should have beat the Bengals a week ago, but they had a complete meltdown on a punt block that maybe they would have won. I guess it's an assumption. But they're playing a lot better football right now. They destroyed the Panthers last week. I know Dak wasn't playing that good of football, but what if Dak didn't get hurt? The defense is playing a lot better. Zimmer's got those guys playing a lot better. The schedule's been easier. They had winnable games, games that they let just slip away, games that they've won at home here. Like if Dak didn't get hurt, I think they could have made a comeback and a push for the. Maybe not really necessarily saying they would make it, but I think they would have a shot here. But yeah, what are you guys thinking?
Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. The Bucks are, like you said, they're in playoff mode, and I think they're getting hot at the right time. The right time.
But they always do this.
Yeah, they did it last year, too.
Should have picked them last week. I was going to do it, and I don't know why I took the Chargers, but give me the Bucks here.
Yeller is also taking the Bucks, and Crazy Sauce is taking the Bucks. Bucks pass defense, it was just god awful, and then lately it's been playing a lot better. Antoine Winfield Jr., that was a big reason I did not pick the Bucks last week. He was out, and I thought the Chargers could get some pass offense, some passing game going, because I'm still not fully believing, especially without Winfield in that secondary, even though it got better. But CeeDee Lamb coming to town, he can do some damage here, but I just don't think the Cowboys have enough. The Bucks are on fire right now. The Baker, I mean, is there more of a more likable quarterback in the league than Baker Mayfield? Bucky are a likable team. I mean, I'm a Vikings fan. If I had to pick like another team that is just easy to root for, I think I'm going with the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving taking over as an RB1. Mike Evans, everyone likes Mike Evans. Come on. Chris Godwin, wish he was in there. Very likable guy.
Not Marshawn Lattimore.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't like each other. Todd Bowles.
Balls?
Todd Balls. Huge balls. Likable dude. Yeah. Give me the Bucks. Baker.
Mayfield having the time of his life.
He's having the time of his life.
They should bring back those commercials for him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was in the Browns field.
I know. Just do them in the Bucks field.
No,
You
just
could be in
air the same exact
You
ones.
could be in the pirate ship. That'd be sweet.
That'd be so sweet.
What are they doing? What was that? Was that
State Farm.
was it State Farm?
Genius idea.
So what was that? Or Progressive? Was
No,
it?
State Farm.
Oh, okay, something.
Was it? Or was it Progressive?
It was State Farm.
Was it?
And then Jake from State Farm came to town.
I don't know.
It might have been
I
Progressive.
think it was Progressive.
No, I'm
I'm
pretty
going to
sure
look
it was
this
State
up.
Farm.
I have a genius idea, though.
Oh, you'd be in the pirate ship. It'd be so sweet.
He's so-
Fire
he-
the cannons.
Oh, my God. I would love to fire the cannons
Yeah.
in that ship. State Farm, tell me.
It's Progressive.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
It's Progressive.
Dang it.
It's Progressive. You stupid idiot.
Yeah, the State Farm always
In
got
the pirate
stupid
ship,
Jake from State
here's the commercial idea. In the pirate ship, and you remember the end of the movie Step Brothers where they're coming out with different stuff of that boat that's in the tree? Like, I forget what it was. There's like magazines, like nudie magazines, shit like that. He's just Baker just coming out of the pirate ship, which is shit. I don't know what it. Someone's got to put the pieces together
Yeah,
here.
you're onto something.
I'm on to something. Someone's got to finish it. That's their job over there. Just send me a cut. I don't know.
Send me a check.
Send me a check in the mail. I don't know. Monday Night Football, the Saints and the Packers. The Packers are wearing those alternate / throwbacks. There's no logo on the helmet. Graphics guy didn't have anything with that. Uncle Riz is in trouble on this one. The Packers are on fire. They're one of the better teams of football this time of the year. Every year it feels like they're the
everyone's going
Packers.
with the Packers. What a way to end it.
Guarantee.
What a
You guys better
terrible-
have some zingers for me. You
What a-
can't go out like this.
What a terrible game.
Terrible freebie for the Packers as 3 teams are alive to win that division. What a division that is, huh, Junior?
Great division.
NFC.
Great
I want the
favorite
NFC.
division.
I want the NFC just in general.
Yeah, you got the Bucks, you got the Eagles, you got the Commanders, you got the.
Well, I mean, the AFC, you got the Chargers and
Forgot
the
about the
Broncos.
yeah,
like,
those are.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you got the Ravens and the Steelers and
Bills.
the Chiefs and the Bills.
I think the Texans will get going.
Texans.
I think they'll get going. With that pass rush, you better freaking get going. Daniil Hunter, elite.
Jonathan Grenard.
He's very good. I think Daniil Hunter's better, but Grenard's younger. He's younger.
He's younger.
Any zingers?
I got not really a zinger, but I got like a bone to pick kind of.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so there's this kid at work. This is so unrelated.
Kid?
Yeah, this is so unrelated to anything.
How old is he?
He's a post 9/11 baby. That's a good way to put it.
All right, so he's
He's a kid.
Kid.
So, this is how I kind of know I'm getting old is because there's just like these little things that just bother me, and I don't want to mention the kid's name. I don't want to do that by any means because I would never just.
he's just watching. He just knows it's him.
I told him I was gonna. I
Oh.
was upset with him today, and I told him I don't like him.
you told him you don't like him.
Yeah, I told him, and then he just tells me to shut up, and I just give it right back to him. But I have a couple things that I just don't like about this kid. I'll say his name. His name's Will. I really don't like
He's
him.
just going to.
But so this kid always has an AirPod in his ear.
Just one?
Well, just one.
Okay.
No matter what he's doing.
Kids these days,
and
man.
it drives me nuts. It's like, why do you need music for everything you do? We're here to work. We're not here
Maybe
to
it's a podcast.
I ask him all the time what he's listening to. It's always music. But he
Okay.
needs the music in his ear, and it just bothers me. Again, so unrelated. It's just in my head.
That's it? That's the story?
No, there's another. So this is a bad one. Maybe it just bothered me. I don't know if it would bother you guys. So this guy's got this big old truck, a diesel truck. You could hear him before you see him, kind of guy.
The same?
Same kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
Will. Yeah, I'll say it again. But this was like a month ago. For like 2 weeks straight, every day he showed up to work, he had all these tree stumps in the bed of his truck. Every single day. And it just drove me nuts. And it was like, I asked him every day, I was like, are you going to take these stupid stumps out of your truck? And he's like, why do they bother you so much? And
I
was
don't
just-
know why they bother you
I just
so
said,
much.
Just
do something with
What-
them. What do you go
What is he
drop
planning
them
on
off?
doing with them?
He mulched them. He
Oh.
turned them into mulch, but it took him he drove to work every day, drove home from work, did all his weekend, everything, with just these stumps in the back of his truck. It was piling out. If I'm driving behind this guy, I'm upset because what if something pops out of the truck? Nothing's strapped down. And it's just this is just me ranting at the older generation, I guess. I'm sorry, guys.
This generation.
Yeah, it does sound like you're getting old. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
weird
sorry.
stuff bothering you.
Yeah, I just get bothered by these little things.
See,
don't
I
know.
would like question these things. I'd be like, this guy's always got an AirPod in. It's a little, but I wouldn't like drive me nuts. And this guy's always got stumps in the back of it. It's weird. It's not smart.
Would you say anything to them?
I would ask him, like, you gonna do anything with those stumps?
I ask him every day.
I wouldn't be like bothered by it. I'd just be curious. I'd be more just being curious.
I just don't get it. Like, what do you pick? I wouldn't. Me personally, this is how I operate. If I got a big old truck and I go pick up some stumps, my next stop is to go drop those stumps wherever they need to be dropped. I'm not going to carry them around for 2 weeks.
It's a good point. Like, what are you doing?
What are you
Right?
doing with those stuff?
All three of us would do the same thing, right? You pick up the stumps, you're going right
Oh
to
yeah, I wouldn't leave him in
the
my
drop-off
truck. No.
place,
Yeah.
wherever you're dropping them. I don't know.
What do you need if he didn't have time?
You got 2 weeks. It took you 2 weeks to empty your truck? Like, what are you
All
doing?
right. All right, I'm coming around on this. I'm joining your side on this.
Thank you.
It'd be like, just what are you doing? You just wanted to. Maybe he wanted to show him off. Maybe that.
That's what I was like. You want?
This is what
do
he
you
uses.
want me to
This
ask
is what
about
he
it?
uses this big diesel truck for.
He's like,
Get it
hey,
on
look at me.
stumps.
I got stumps in the back of my truck.
Breaking news: the
Oh.
Falcons are starting Michael Penix Jr.
Oh.
Did we take the Falcons? Yeah, we did.
We took the Falcons.
And those unis. Ooh.
Know what they're doing? It's like when Will Levis got his first start in the Oilers unis against the
Mhm.
Falcons, and he torched them. And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna wear our throwbacks and put our rookie quarterback in,
That's
and
right.
he's gonna go bonkers."
So Pete, you gotta have a counter bet for this guy that comes to you with bets for the Bears.
Yeah, I should have
Every
something
time,
planned.
have something loaded up. Just have like an envelope on you at all times
Here.
of just like the safe bets and just title
Don't
it.
even say
Yeah.
anything. Just here.
And on it just says safe bets. You're just like, hey, you're gonna.
Hey, how about this instead?
Yeah, you're just
Just
like,
go-
you're just like, oh, that's a bad idea, but here you go.
Here you go. That's a bad idea, but here you go.
Just have like a
Wait,
little,
it's a folded up piece of
Yeah.
paper, just a little.
have a little 5 in the envelope too. You're just like, here's a little extra too.
A little bit on me. Give me my cut after.
Just write like some crazy parlays. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
I'm excited for
What's-
this college football playoffs here this weekend.
What's the bet of the week for NFL? What are you telling
I mean,
me?
look at these. Let me look at these lines here.
You got Chargers -3. You picked the Broncos +3.
Yeah.
You got Chiefs -3. You got Ravens -6 or Steelers +6. A little kind of appealing. Falcons down to 8.5 with Michael Penix in there against the Giants. That's a lot, but I think they can cover that. Lions -6.5. Bengals 7.5. That's a lot. Colts 3.5. How you feeling about that? No, wouldn't touch it.
No.
Rams -3. I kind of like that one. Eagles -3.5. Cardinals -4.5. Vikings -3. Bills. There's that 14 spread at the Bills. Jags Raiders. It's fitting that this is a pick 'em. You just pick the winner.
Ooh, Pete, what you should do when he
Dolphins are favored by 1.5.
when he gives you the bet, you're just like, no, I would never don't vote on your own teams, man. And then you always give him a Titans bet. Just that's the bet you give him.
Don't bet on the
Bucks
Titans.
-4. They can cover that against the Cowboys. Packers -13.5.
Give me a little parlay. Give me the Niners and who was it? It was Niners,
Rams.
Rams.
Do you like the Broncos?
I do like the Steelers actually on that. a little
Broncos,
bit.
Falcons, Steelers.
And what was the Broncos?
Parlay all those spreads.
Give me the Broncos, Niners, Rams.
You might as well do alternate lines there.
Yeah. Give me
My-
some alternate lines in that.
Broncos, Niners, Rams.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys my
Broncos +7.5. If you want to play it really safe, Broncos +7.5, Niners +3.5, Rams money line just to win. It's a pretty good bet.
I know it doesn't look like I have a barber, but my barber is actually a crazy degenerate gambler to the point where he gambles every week on sports, and I don't think he doesn't watch sports. He just gambles profusely on sports.
He's got a problem.
Yeah.
Sounds,
I mean, he's winning bets somehow.
sounds like it.
I feel like that's just like the people that win. They just they don't really know that much.
He
It's-
just-
They're numbers
yeah,
guys.
just
He
throw-
looks at numbers all day. And he's like, oh, it's a good bet. And the best part about it is that he doesn't – there's a couple guys in there. They all make the same bet. So they all win and lose as a team. And you got to respect that.
you gotta
I think.
respect it.
Right? That's teamwork. That's
That is-
camaraderie.
Yeah.
I mean, they sit there. I don't even think he watches the games, to be honest. He's just betting, waiting to see
Just
if
see
he
what
hits it or
happens.
not.
Looks at
Yeah.
the app after. He's like, oh, yeah, I won.
I did pretty good today.
Did pretty
Or-
good.
I did pretty bad. And it's not just football, which it's crazy. He's betting on all these random weird NBA ones, and it's just so. I'm just like,
Give me the Vols +7 as well.
It's in Ohio State on Saturday Night
It's all right.
Football.
It's all right. Let's do it.
If that was neutral site, I would say the Vols are definitely winning that game.
Let's do it.
What are the spreads on the college games?
Yeah, hit that college football playoff up top. Not the Bulls. See, oh, below, up.
There it is. There it is. Notre Dame's favored by 7. Wouldn't touch it. SMU +8.5.
Oh, 7.5.
Wouldn't touch it. I think Texas is going to shellac Clemson, even though they're -12, and Tennessee is +7.5.
Give me that.
I think Tennessee's better, but in Ohio State at night, it's gonna be a little chilly for those Tennessee boys. That gives them a
It's
major
not-
advantage.
It's not that much.
Well, you combine all those things,
It's not that much different.
and you got to factor in that the refs typically side with the Buckeyes. Don't forget.
That's true.
That is a thing. That's a thing.
It's unfortunate. That's what you gotta.
I'm a neutral
it's
party.
it's
I'm
what you gotta-
independent. Independent. Notre Dame.
it's
We're
what you gotta
independent
deal with. Let's see, Columbus, Ohio is gonna be
on Saturday night.
30's the high, 23's the low.
That's chilly for those Tennessee guys.
Knoxville, Tennessee, Saturday, high of 39, low of 28.
They're usually not playing now.
Come on.
though. They're usually not playing.
Yeah, they are.
When? They're not playing right now.
Come on.
Well, okay. I think that wraps it up for Week 16 Pick'ems. We'll be back next week with Crimis Pick'ems. Can't wait
Crimis.
for that one. Going to be a lot of fun, like always, every Tuesday night. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Merry Chrysler.